Hey guys, welcome back to the second. Hold on, I started a little pause. All right, ready? Okay, here we go. Hey guys, we're back and we're gonna be talking about the NBA East potential matchups right here. So, Chicago and Indiana.
Yeah, this is a joke. If Chicago doesn't sweep this, I won't be on the show for the next.
They will, especially when seeing how the Bulls manhandled us.
The Bulls are just a terrific team. Tom Thibodeau is a
scary. I see the anger in Boozer's eyes.
Yeah,
it's just not even just get
He's
to
a
me,
loser.
man.
Derrick Rose is the best player in the game. Tom Thibodeau is the best coach in the game, and the Bulls are the second best defensive team after the Celtics. The problem is their offense is absolutely ridiculous.
I wish we never got rid of Thibodeau. Dude.
I know. I almost wish
he was a great wasn't he defense, right?
Yeah.
He was a great defensive coordinator.
And that's what he's translated defensively into the Bulls. And now the Bulls are one of the top defensive teams.
Shut us down.
But the Bulls with that core with Rose, Dang, Boozer, like you said, Noah. That's going to kill anything Indiana throws. Danny Granger, Roy Hibbert, Jaron Collison, they're done. It's easy. 4-0 sweep.
I like Granger though. Too bad he's not a better team.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. Boston, Philly.
Boston, Philly. This is interesting. They're both in the East. I'll say Boston in 5. I think Philly might be able to win one just because of their youth.
Celtics just been scaring me a little bit.
They have.
But
but Philly, I think
they got their number. I think they got Philly's number.
If Boston was either going to play Philly or Knicks, which is their two choices, I think they might try to play.
I'd rather play Philly.
I would too.
I'd love to give the Heat the Knicks, so the Knicks could possibly.
Yeah, we're going to talk about the Knicks, but Philly's a young team, but I think the Celtics have seen the Philly a lot. I think Celtics with home court advantage, this screams Celtics to me. And I think even without Shaq in the first series, which Shaq is going to be out until the playoffs, which makes sense. That's really what they needed him for. Without Shaq, I think they can still go past Philly.
Yeah, I think he got it.
Yeah, the 76ers used to have someone with Dallenberg, but now they have Elton Brand. He's their big guy.
Where's Dallenberg now?
Kings. But I think Boston 5.
Boston take it. We got it. We got first round. Just second round is gonna be interesting.
Second round this is gonna be a big game, and right now Boston's losing. I think to Miami. If they can if Miami can hold on to that and win that second seed, it's gonna be huge. Yeah.
Damn, dude.
All right, moving on. Miami at New York.
I think that's a very interesting series. I think they're both similar teams. They both made big splashes. Obviously, Miami with the big three, and Carmelo and the Knicks.
I don't like the Knicks defense. That's why they're 7th. I don't like the defense. The defense scares me. They're like an offensive machine.
Yep.
Reminds me of like the Mavericks. Like how Dirk was never.
I compare him more to like a Golden State, a team that just is all on offense.
True. Yeah, but I mean. Yeah, but still though.
They're a running gun offense, and actually the Knicks are a poor man's Miami Heat. I think the Knicks can run them around a little bit. I think they're a little bit faster, but I think Miami with those 3 big guns, I think this is going to be a wipeout. Really.
Yeah, but I was really thinking about like the Mavericks with like the problems like their defense. Like why would you let an 8 seed in general upset you?
Yeah, with Golden State. I
never thought of Nowitzki really as a defensive player.
Nope.
So that's why I'm kind of like thinking like him.
Yeah.
And he got Melo. Melo, I don't see Melo really being defensive.
Melo's terrible.
He's been stepping up, but he's never been a defensive player.
And same with Amari and Chauncey. Look, Chauncey has the experience. They call him Mr. Big Shot for a reason. He's got experience, but he's a little over the hill now. And I think Miami's right in their primes. These guys are all going to be hungry. Yeah. If they get upset in the first round, matching the media attention, that would be great. That would be pretty great. But Miami, I think they're going to win in a sweep. Actually, I think the Knicks, they can give them a little run. They can run them around offensively, but I think defensively, Miami's got it easily.
No, I just I'll give it to the Heat, but I mean, I'd love to see the Knicks upset.
Yeah.
They're too much of a powerhouse to really take down. It's like big 3 versus 3.
I agree.
All right, so moving on to the final one, Orlando and Atlanta.
This is interesting. They played each other last year, and Orlando absolutely killed them offensively.
Just took a game from them.
Orlando absolutely killed
them. They swept them bad, right? Yeah. They made them look like bad.
Last year, Orlando absolutely killed them.
But Atlanta's doing good this season against them. Did they just they upset them like a week ago or something like that?
Yeah. See, Atlanta matches up pretty good with Orlando because obviously Orlando's big weapon is Dwight Howard. But Atlanta has a big guy like a Kevin Perkins and Al Horford. Al Horford's great in defensively. He can stop Dwight Howard offensively. But I think Orlando's too good right now with Hedo Turkoglu back in the fold. I think this team's solid with Jameer Nelson playing like he has and Jason Richardson. I think Orlando's pretty pretty well-rounded right now. And I think Vince Carter was actually a cancer for them last year. I think he was too much of a ball hog. This team is built around Dwight Howard. If they can stop Dwight Howard, they have a chance. But I think Orlando's... The rest of the team is too good, and I think Atlanta, they have a lot of experience. Josh Smith, Kirk Heinrich now, and also obviously Joe Johnson and Jamal Crawford.
Joe Johnson is just...
But I think defensively, Orlando's got him easily.
Yeah, Johnson's got good defense, too.
He does.
It's just... I see Smith, I see him more of like the offensive... He's trying to be like that offensive power forward.
Yeah.
He can shoot the ball.
Smith's kind of a tweener. You don't know if he's kind of too slow to be the small forward.
Yeah,
exactly. He's kind of too short to be a power forward. So you don't know really where to put him. So he has problems with matchup problems. So that's really why Dwight Howard was dominating last year. But the big thing is now Orlando doesn't have Rashard Lewis. And Rashard Lewis went off a little bit in that series. It's going to be interesting to see how they can deal without Rashard. But I think Orlando still prevails in 6.
I was actually about to say Orlando in 6.
Yeah. All right, we'll move on to the Western Conference now. Spurs and the Grizzlies.
Spurs. But I don't know. I think this would maybe be like a wake-up call for the Spurs in a way. Because I think the Spurs are going to have to really show up.
Yeah.
They're going to have to show that they're not as old as everyone thinks they are. And think that, easy bait for the Lakers.
Yeah.
I think they can take it I think you take it. I give them 5.
Yeah.
I give them 5. I think the Grizzlies will win, but I think that win will be like the wake-up call for the Spurs to go get it. Be like, hey, we can't back down because the Lakers are going to eat us alive in this Western Conference Final.
This is a very interesting first matchup because Memphis is a very up-and-coming young team. And like you said, the Spurs are very old.
Like the Thunder of a couple of years ago.
Yeah, the Spurs are very old. They're very experienced, but they're also very old. And Memphis is the absolute opposite. They're not very experienced, but they're very young. So Memphis can run them around a little bit, but I think this is a big test of Spurs to see if they're actually legit title contenders. If they can come in there and sweep Memphis, I think that can say, they're legit. They can beat the Lakers. They can beat Oklahoma City.
They can contend with those teams. It's just...
But if
you got to show it.
If Memphis comes up there, they can have a chance to actually to steal this, maybe in 7 or something. I don't either. I'm not going to say that. I'm going to say the Spurs in 5 like you did. But I think Memphis, maybe they can pull off a Golden State against Dallas because this is a team that can actually stop them. Their big weakness in the Spurs is their oldness, and Memphis, like I just said, is very young. And they can run it up on the floor. Mike Conley is very good right now.
Yeah.
Zach Randolph, like I said. Rudy Gay, Marcus Gasol. This team is very young, so who knows?
The difference between the Mavericks and the Spurs is the Mavericks didn't have that defense.
Yeah.
The Spurs are known for that defensive element.
Yep.
Always been known for that defensive element. But that's why they take those championships.
But I'm just saying, Dallas wasn't a non-defensive team.
They were a non-defensive team. They lacked a good amount of defense. They lacked what the Spurs had. And in those years, that's when the Spurs take advantage.
Yeah. The only thing is Dallas wasn't this old. Dirk was still in his prime.
Yeah, but...
I agree with that with the defense, but I think the big thing is the oldness for Spurs.
Yeah.
I'm still going Spurs at 5. I'll still go Spurs. I'm just saying.
I'll do a Spurs at 5.
Yeah, that's more.
All right, moving on. Lakers, Hornets.
I think this will be a good series. I just think the Hornets have faded.
Yeah,
I think they'll give the Lakers a good run for their money up until a certain point where Kobe and the Lakers will take over the game.
Yeah.
I think they'll keep up with them for a little while, a good amount of the game. Like in general, like the series, it's just the Lakers have that extra push that will just put them past.
The Lakers have lost 4 in a row, but I think the Hornets have lost They drew a terrible first round matchup. I think they'd much rather see the Spurs. I think the Lakers scare them. The Lakers gonna scare anybody in the West, even if they do come in losing 4 in a row.
Champs, dude.
Yeah. The Lakers don't have much to play for. They know they're locked in the 2nd seed, so maybe that's why they're losing a little bit. But, the Hornets, they were actually my pick way back when we started this pitch, and it's interesting. We went through a whole NBA season here. But I picked the Hornets as my surprise team. They got to the playoffs. Brian picked the Thunder, and it was a great pick,
Thunder
too.
up there now.
Yeah, but I think the Hornets drew a terrible first-round matchup because, taking the Lakers, anytime you're a 2-time defending champion, that's a tough draw. Same team. But I still like the Lakers very easily here. I'll give the Hornets 1 win. Yeah, I'll say the Lakers in 5 too.
I was thinking that. I was thinking 6, but I think that would be a little too generous.
Yeah,
considering they are the 7th seed.
Yeah, but the only thing
you never know.
The only thing I'm not giving the Lakers a sweep is because the Lakers have faded a little bit. And the Hornets, Chris Paul gets up for these big games. That's a big thing.
Yeah, he's clutch.
Hornets have a good team. They just got to play well together. Be coached well.
All right, the Mavs and the Trailblazers.
Trailblazers.
I think that's one of the best series.
Yeah,
I think it's
I'm going to go shocker here.
Portland's young. You know, they got all these up-and-coming stars. Roy,
Wes
Aldridge.
Matthews, Aldridge Miller. He's not up-and-coming, but Marcus Aldridge,
talent.
Gerald Wallace. I'm going to go shocker. I'm going to say Portland here. You know, I think Dallas, they have a solid regular season every time. Whenever they get to the postseason, they always fall. I don't know.
Whenever I watch them, they don't seem to flow within the team. It seems like Dirk's taking these shots, off balance. No one's really helping him out. It always seems to come down to Dirk's always. It seems like by himself in a way.
I don't know what Dirk's problem is. Whenever he gets to a postseason game, it seems like he always takes a step back. He needs to really step up and really say this will help his legacy if he can get past this. He needs this big win. But I think Portland, if they can get Brandon Roy to playing back how he used to play and not these limited minutes with Marcus Aldridge, with Wes Matthews,
there's no way he's getting limited minutes.
Yeah.
You have to play him if you want.
The only problem is he might still be injured. He's still a lot of people saying he's still a little injured. I'm going to go Portland here. Very, very close. I'm going to say in 7 in a big shockering upset.
I take the Mavs in 7 though. Yep. I still think they got that power over them that will do the Trailblazers in.
All right. I think that's a good series though.
Yeah.
All right. Finally, Thunder and the Nuggets.
That's a good series.
Yeah.
Problem is, I think the loss of Melo actually has made them better. But I think though you need that element though too.
Yep.
You need that big element.
That big guy, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if they really have that.
Yeah. The one thing they've gained without Melo is their defense, and also they're playing more as a better team. Like you just said, they don't have that one guy. Having that one guy helps you in the playoffs in a way, but also takes you away.
It's not going to win you the whole thing.
Yeah, in college basketball it can win you like Kemba Walker, but with Carmelo Anthony as your one guy, I think the teams. Denver is really interesting. When they traded Carmelo Anthony, we had a question in the show. Will Denver still compete? And yeah, they've competed terrifically right now. And I think that Denver's a really good, real solid team. But I'm still going to go with Thunder right now.
I love the Thunder.
I think the Thunder are a legit championship contender with Kevin Durant, with Russell Westbrook. I'm going to go on and say...
I would watch out for them. They're my surprise team in the playoffs. I watch out for them.
Surprise. I don't think it's a surprise.
Well, I mean, surprise, I can see them taking down Lakers this time.
Yeah.
I can see them messing them up.
I think out of the whole West, I think they're the best 1-2 combination with Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook. I think they're coached terrifically, and one thing that Perkins trade has helped terrifically. Right now, they have that... Out of all the teams that can stop an Andrew Bynum, there's no other team in the whole West besides the Thunder with Kendrick Perkins, and Kendrick Perkins can stop an Andrew Bynum. I think that's huge.
Still had him. We could use him right now.
I'm gonna say Oklahoma City in 5. I think the big thing with Denver is Ty Lawson. I think Ty Lawson's elevated his game. I think Nuggets have been terrifically coached, terrific job. But I think they're going to fall a little short because they don't have that one guy that you were talking about with Carmelo Anthony.
I'll go OKC in 6. Man.
I like that.
I think because, it is 4-5. It's not just a matchup though. It's like the Nuggets have been playing good. They've been bursting out. I think that they're doing this without a big score like Melo is pretty impressive to me.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's just if the Spurs go down, then the only team I could see contending with the Lakers is the Thunder.
Yeah.
So that's why. Because the Mavericks, I don't see them contending with the Lakers, especially after that big loss they had.
I agree. I think the Thunder are too good of a team. I see the Thunder taking it easily because of Kevin Durant. Because he is that one guy that you were saying without a Melo. They need that Kevin Durant. I think they can lean on Kevin Durant. And the thing is, if they don't get any production from Kevin Durant, they can go outside the box and go over Russell Westbrook, and he can beat you in many ways too. And they have the defense with Kendrick Perkins.
All right, that's all we have for the basketball segment, and we're actually going to go into part 3.
NHL.
NHL coming up next. We'll see you then.